Well, the heat is on as we're heading into summer, and it might look like not so hot out here, but it is warm. We feel it.
That is so true. Debi Borden-Miller joining us from the member of the Associated Landscape Contractors of Colorado. We're so glad to have you here to learn a little bit today with these beautiful flowers. And you brought a visitor because there's a bee in here. We were watching him during the commercial break, just doing its thing. But let's start with annuals because these tend to look really great at the start of summer. We like our friend as long as he stays on the flowers. But towards, the end of summer, they start to fizzle out. How do you keep them going?
Well, there's three things really that we want to concentrate on, and that is fertilizing, deadheading, and then just checking for insects and diseases, which can happen while you're deadheading. So fertilizers, there are liquid fertilizers. This is a powder. You take a scoop, you put it in your watering can, and then you just water the plants with it. And this should be done once a week, at least once every couple weeks if you use this method.
All of your blooms?
All of the things that bloom, because the blooming takes a lot of energy, and that's using up all the nutrients that was in that soil when it first got planted in the fresh soil. So we need to replenish that in order to keep those blooms coming and good healthy growth also. So you could do that method, or this is called time release fertilizers.
Oh.
And these time release fertilizers are little beads. Let's see. Well, maybe.
I think we need to. You want me to peel her?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
There we go. All right. Peel it, and then.
Oh, I've seen these.
They're just, you've seen them on tops of the plants probably. You just take them. It'll tell you exactly how many for the size pot you have, and then you just sprinkle it on the top. And these release a little fertilizer every time you water. So this is kind of the person who is always on the run, who doesn't have time to remember to fertilize or take the time to fertilize the other way. But these work really well also, and they are good for about 3 months usually.
Good to know. So, what about, I know that there's certain times when you want to plant in the spring or the fall. Is there any times during the hot and dry climate that you should be planting or no?
Well, if you need to plant something now, or you want to do something, so this the past weekend, you wanted a red, white, and blue container. So you could go and get the components and plant them. But what I would suggest is that you do it more in the evening so that they have a chance overnight to kind of settle a little bit, water really, really well, and then you'll have to watch the watering more carefully with those than some other things. So, but we also want a deadhead. That's taking off the dead flowers. And I brought you guys clippers if you want to. You can do it with your fingers.
Oh, I do it with my fingers at home.
Oh, you
it's
do?
So satisfying. I pull and pull.
You just pulling the bud out will do it?
Just like these little dead guys, I pull and pick.
Yes, and you really want to get in there and get, this has a little stem. You want to get that stem as well and get it back to kind of the main stem.
How far down did you go on the stem?
Well, I went to see where it connects to the main stem here.
Yes.
So you want to get as close as you can. I couldn't get the clippers quite close enough, but you want to get down to the main stem, because otherwise you have a stem sticking up and it's just going to die back, and it's a place where disease can get in.
I like it. Okay, we don't have a ton of time, but I do want to ask you, you have a wine cork and it's piqued my interest. What is this doing here?
Well, it's not Friday yet, and the solo cup and that don't equal a glass of wine.
Okay, fair, Debbie.
Unfortunately. So what we're going to do is for watering, so in this heat, one of the ways that the ancient native people did for a long time is they used these olla pots. So this is basically any porous clay pot that you bury in the ground or bury in your pot. Now, this is a smaller one. It could go in a container, buried, and then plant your plants around it. And basically, you're going to just put water in it, cap it off, and then the water seeps out. The roots absorb it at the root level,
Debbie.
Not on top.
Genius.
Got it.
You can
Smart.
make your own with a clay pot.
We'll have to learn this next time. They are wrapping us hard, but we will bring this back. Yes, because I want to know how to do that.
Yes.
Too.
And then you bury that.
Okay. All right, Debbie, thank you.
Yes,
We'll be
you're
right back.
welcome.